Hey, Shalom, it's your brother Yuwanathon. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to the Most High, Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakadash. I want to give double honor to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who taught us the truth and rule well. And I want to say Shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right, may the blessing of election be upon your house. Now, what do the men of the Lord mean when they say they have 100% truth? Because many have misconstrued it and painted it in a way to where it's something outlandish to even say, right? When really, we're saying we have all the understanding we need for this part in the movie to receive salvation, which is what all our goals should be, to receive that salvation, to be hid in the day of the Lord's anger. But some are making it seem as though we're saying we know everything. We know what the inside of the chariots look like. Of course not. Like it says in Revelation, the 14th chapter, and we're going to get it, the elect are not going to have any guile in their mouth, right? All right, this is Revelation, the 14th chapter. Okay, it reads, "And I looked, and lo, a lamb stood on the Mount Zion." We know who the lamb was, right? Yahushua, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus. "And with him 144,000. Now, within the elect of Israel, you have the 1/3 who are going to be delivered. But within that 1/3, you have the 144,000, okay, which is going to be the governing body of heaven. Those are your prophets, okay. Now, of each tribe of the 12 tribes of Israel. Let's continue on. It says, "And with him 144,000, having his father's name written in their foreheads. And I heard a voice from heaven, as the voice of many waters, all right, and as the voice of a great thunder. And I heard the voice of harpers harping with their harps, and they sung as it were a new song before the throne and before the four beasts." Now the four beasts, you got to go into the vision that Daniel had. He's seen four major empires that will rule before the Lord's coming, before the establishment of the kingdom of heaven, right? And that new song is the understanding, the words of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, that the prophets would be preaching to the people, all right? The full understanding. We'll keep going. It's gonna prove itself. "And the elders, and no man could learn that song, but the 144,000, which were redeemed from the earth. These are they which were not defiled with women," meaning the philosophies. All right. We didn't take on the value system of the world. We took on our husband's value system. When a man, becomes one flesh with a woman, she takes on his mind, she takes on his spirit. And we have taken on the Lord's spirit. Lord willing, I'm a part of that number. But the elect, like it's written, they're not going to be defiled with the other philosophies. They're not going to be joined hand in hand with, those who are pushing lies, with those who are, not uplifting Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Okay? "These were redeemed from among men, being the first fruits unto Yahweh and to the Lamb." All right, those 5 wise virgins. And get this, verse 5, "And in their mouth was found no guile." Okay, let's go look up the word guile here in the blue letter.
Strong's G 1388. Dallas.
All right, and the definition says deceit, craft, guile, right? And now let's go back and read verse 5 again, but in the NLT. Okay, it says they have told no lies. They have told no lies, which mean 100% of what they were saying was what? Truth. All right. So let's read it back in the KJV. "And in their mouth was found no guile, for they are without fault before the throne of Yahweh." They were found blameless. All right. And they were pardoned for their sins. So if anybody's telling you that they don't have 100% truth, that should strike you as strange. The men of the Lord are supposed to have the full understanding of what they need to know for this part to receive the salvation. And some people even go as far as to use that scripture in Corinthians. Let's actually go get it. All right, so this is 1 Corinthians, the 13th chapter, and the 9th verse. Okay, it reads, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part. You must understand that the disciples, when the men of the Lord in ancient time were receiving visions, they didn't necessarily understand the fullness of it because certain things hadn't come to pass yet. But they wrote them down, and now we have the full understanding of those prophecies, of those visions that were written down. We understand the fullness of the beast and the system. We understand what the mark is, and that's what I'm getting around to. All right, 1 Corinthians 13:9 again, it says, "For we know in part, and we prophesy in part." And I'll jump down to verse 12. It says, "For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, and in the part that we do know is void of lies." Okay? What we need to know to receive salvation in this part of the movie, before we're taken up and changed, we know what we need to know to get to the next part of the movie. Okay, so one thing that the elect are gonna know in this part, they have to know what the mark is. And I'm talking about the mark in Revelation 13 and 16. There's not going to be any confusion about what that is for them. All right, so again, 1 Corinthians 13 and 12. "For now we see through a glass darkly, but then face to face. Now I know in part, but then shall I know even as I also am known." So you're gonna get all your understanding, man. When you get your new body back and and the kingdom is established, you're gonna know your real name, which your spiritual name, is. Before the earth was created, you're gonna know who you were, your beginning, all of it, man. We're gonna be changed. We're gonna be made immortal. We're gonna have a completely different existence. The Elder Arianasi, which I'm gonna get around to uploading that video, beautiful. He went into it this past Tuesday camp. I advise you watch it. All right. So again, like it's stated in Revelation 14, in their mouth was found no lies, no guile, void of lies, which means they had 100% truth. And when you understand how things are going to play out, it's fully clear why the prophets needed that 100% truth, why the Lord is going to give them everything they need for that time, because this devil is a master deceiver. He's going to I want to say this the right way and short and concise so that you comprehend what I'm saying. The elite or the globalists, right, are going to disguise their NWO, which they want to predominantly consist of a serf class, and the complete decimation spiritually and physically of the nation of Israel. They're going to first pitch safety, all right, as to why people should be ecstatic to be on board with the digital system, the charagma that they want to push, the RFID chip. They're gonna pitch it in a way where it's safe, the same way they pitch the JAB, the jumper. All right, this is what's safe. Trust us. Believe in science, right? So they're gonna pitch it as safety when, in all actuality, they're the ones causing the lack of safety. And most people, right, even 2/3 of Israel, are gonna hand over their so-called remaining freedoms under the guise of being more safe. Now, when we go to Matthew, the 24th chapter, it says this. This is Matthew, the 24th chapter, and the 21st verse. Okay, it reads, "For then shall be great tribulation, such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time." And you can link this up with Daniel 12 and 1. All right, "For then shall be great tribulation," just talking about Jacob's trouble. All right, "such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, no, nor ever shall be. And except those days," and this is the point I want to hear, because this is big when you actually think about it. Verse 22, "And except those days should be shortened, there should no flesh be saved, but for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." Oh, no, I actually wanted it. Let's jump down here. It's actually verse 24. It says, "For there shall arise false Christ, false anointed, false prophets." Okay? and shall shew great signs and wonders. So there's going to be a lot of different things. This devil's going to put up, his so-called priests on the left-hand side. They're going to be doing things through their technology and deceiving people, all right, into thinking that, the Lord is with them and it's the right thing to do. Also, you got to take into account the advancement of technology has been suppressed. Okay, there's many things that they're able to do, is been invented long ago. All right, the great minds, they'll kill them and take their ideas, right? So technology, to the knowledge of the masses, is here, when really in their arsenal it's far past that. Okay, and the reason why they're doing that, why they've done it, is for this time. So when it's time to get everybody to be juiced in, so to speak, to their agenda, when they're showing these signs and wonders, which is going to be their technology, people are going to be like, I've never seen it. This must be, the Lord must be with these people. This must be the way. Okay, the same way when when Edom came over here to the Americas, we're gonna call it what it is. When the wicked came over here, they had particular technology and tools that amazed a lot of the tribes of the Northern Kingdom. And these people thought it was Quetzalcoatl. They thought it was Yahweh Shah coming back from the things that they had. But the elect, they're not going to be deceived by that. Okay, and that's why I wanted to get this verse 24. It says, for there shall arise false Christs and false prophets, and shall shew great signs and wonders, and so much that if it were possible, right, they shall deceive the very elect, if it were possible. But you got to ask yourself, okay, what is making it not possible? Obviously, the Lord, He ordained for His story to play out in a proper way. But what's holding the elect back from being deceived is that they come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. What do I mean by that? Well, what is the spirit of Yahweh Shai? This is Revelation, the 19th chapter and the 10th verse, okay? And I fell at His feet to worship Him, and He said unto me, see thou do it not. I am thy fellow servant. And this is what the angel is telling John, right? I am thy fellow servant, and of thy brethren that have the testimony of Yahweh Shai, who the Lord English calls Jesus. Worship Yahweh, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai, this is the point, for the testimony of Yahweh Shai is the spirit of prophecy. The elect are going to come in the spirit of Yahweh Shai. They're going to come in the spirit of prophecy. They're going to be speaking the prophecies, and they're going to have the full understanding of the things that have to take place in the dynamics of them. So they're going to know what the MOTB is. Regardless of what they do, they're going to be able to be like, well, the Lord said it's supposed to happen like this. I'm going to stick with what the Lord said. And they're not going to be deceived. That's what's holding them back from deceiving the elect, man. Because we have His ways, His thoughts, all right, ingrained in our mind, man. So yes, the men of the Lord, the 144,000, the elect, the scriptures say that they're going to have 100% truth. And I believe that 100% truth is right here with the congregation and those that fall under that umbrella of Great Millstone. So yeah, man, try to make it short and concise for you guys. Lord willing, it was edifying and you got something from it. I want to give all praises once more to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Rakakadash. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone. And I want to say shalom to all the brothers and, of course, the few sisters who are pursuing this truth in sincerity. All right? May the blessing of election be upon your house. Shalom.